Dr. Fuhrman, say you were in bed for like, or I guess say you ate, you worked, and then you would hang out, eat more, and go to bed, watch TV.
Right.
And you've never done anything extracurricular besides that for like 20 years. You know, you just work, ate, work, slept.
Right.
What then would you pick up to do? You don't know how to ski. Like, you don't know how to play tennis. Like, sometimes that's scary. Do I have to get a lesson? I'm going to be so bad? Like, I feel like that could be scary.
Yeah. I mean, doing things that don't involve getting pleasure from eating food.
Right. Some people don't know what to do, I think.
Yeah.
And that's sociable.
Maybe that's true. But I guess that's where the learning comes when you need the help of other people, social connections, and being involved with other interests that don't involve food. You got to find your interest, your passion. And I think that being a nutritarian brings people back to their passion in life because they have not just freeing up time, but it frees up their own health, and it brings back more intellectual creativity. So now they're getting their creativity back, like a child excited about the world and what they, or a teen. So, and then when the creativity comes back, they develop more interest in things. And that interest could be painting, finger paint. When you were a kid, you like finger painted.
I love painting.
Yeah, and just like people like to do stuff, and they like to just make things out of clay. And they like to do, they like to go and look at the woods and look things growing in the woods and look for berries. And and I'm saying you get this fascination of pleasure from just the world in general, of all the beauty, like looking at the world with the eyes of a child. And what I'm saying is your creativity comes back, and it takes many people have expressed this to me. They say the cloud lifted off their brain.
I've heard that.
Yeah, I've lost this cloud of fog. The fog lifted, and they start to find things that they're passionate and interested in to make their life more fulfilled.
I think a struggle too is like people as they age or become an adult, whatever that means, start to be like afraid of being bad at something or afraid of trying something new. And I just want people to know, I think it's so healthy and happy and cool to try things you're really bad at and even do them. Like I painted for a long time. I'm actually a terrible painter, but that didn't mean I didn't enjoy like mixing the colors and stuff like that. But certain times you might try a ton of hobbies that have nothing to do with food. You try 5 of them and like one of them clicks. Great. You'll have so much more fun and be happier for it. And it will help you reach your health goals, which are so cool.
Right. And also your pleasure is not just from eating.
Right.
But of course, we get pleasure from eating, but the pleasure is in its compartment. We get pleasure from eating, but you also do a lot of other things to get enjoyment in life. And it's not just about food. So the people that say, just shoot me right now. I'd rather be dead if I can't eat healthy, if I can't recreate with food. And if I had to eat like you, I'd rather be dead. Well, that shows a real problem with their life. It's not just about food. It's about...
Where they have to make a change.
Yeah,
it's not a healthy lifestyle.
Right. So that's where the holistic viewpoint, I guess, can help this person. But I guess the message here, nevertheless, is that why would a person accept the fact of being sick the rest of their life and taking these drugs the rest of your life that shorten your lifespan? And the diabetic drugs shorten lifespan, don't lengthen it. And people are told, well, once you have diabetes, you got to stay taking these drugs the rest of your life. And I just want to be clear with that message that people should not give in to the conventional viewpoint that once you're sick, once you're overweight, once you have heart disease, you're stuck there taking drugs the rest of your life.
Right.
Because that's what really leads to people's downfall and leads to the brains losing their incitement and enjoyment of life.
Yeah.
And it gives the brain more fear too. And you're drugged out all the time. And drugs have side effects, which meaning that these drugs, and you're taking multiple drugs that interact with each other, that affect not just which affect brain function.